Hello, fifth graders. It's Mrs. Belatesh. I'm glad to be with you. I hope you had fun with that last experiment using the Epsom salts and finding out its saturation point. A saturation point is when the water will not absorb any more of the substance. So Epsom salt is a substance, salt is a substance, and I have a new mystery substance. So I have given you a new material, and I'm not telling you what it is. The first thing I want you to do is to write a mystery substance at the top of your page, and I want you to list a few properties of this mystery substance. For students at home, this is what the mystery substance looks like. So take a few minutes and write down the properties of this mystery substance. So I hope you wrote some properties in your science notebook. I wrote that it's white, it's a solid, it's grainy, and do you notice it's a little shiny? It sparkles a little bit. Make sure you make note of those properties. But these properties kind of make me think of salt too, and Epsom salt. How is this mystery substance different from those two other salts? Well, I'm going to give you something else that I'd like you to put in your science notebook. I have this little table. It's called a solubility table. And it lists a number of different materials: barium bromide, citric acid, Epsom salts, sodium chloride, which is salt, table salt, sodium acetate, and they all are small white grains. But they all have something that's different about them. So I want you to take a look at this table. After you look at it and talk about it with your classmates, I want you to glue it into your science notebook. Okay, it is glued into my science notebook now. Does that help us try to figure out a way to find out what this mystery substance is? Okay, so I'm going to give you some time to talk about it, to see if there's a system that you can use to find out what this mystery substance is. So, did you come up with any ideas on how to identify this new substance? Here's a list of materials. This substance is one of these materials. Now, they're all small white grains. But here's something over here: solubility. Solubility is how much of it will dissolve in water. Is there something there that we can use? Well, I think we can kind of do our last experiment again. I'm going to put 50 milliliters of water in a bottle. And the reason I'm going to put 50 milliliters in is because on my solubility chart, it says the amount needed to saturate 50 milliliters of water. 50 milliliters of water. Now, I'm going to add some of this mystery substance to my bottle and continue shaking it until it stops dissolving. For students at home, I put in all of the white mystery substance into the bottle and then some more. And I have been shaking it and shaking it and shaking it. It appears that it has now reached saturation. I have shaken it and shaken it, and now you see there's still some little grains of this mystery substance that are settling to the bottom of the bottle. Now, I want to find out how much of the mystery substance is dissolved in the water. So just like last time, I'm going to use the balance scale. I'm going to filter out the solute that did not dissolve in the solvent Remember, the liquid is the solvent and the solid is the solute. I want to filter out any of the solute that is not dissolved. So I'm going to use my filter. First, I'm going to get it wet because I don't want to absorb any of the water. So I'm going to get my filter saturated with water. I'm going to fold it and put it in my funnel. I'm going to open it up so that I can have the water go through. Okay, now I'm going to put my solution through the funnel. One last little shake. Here it goes. Okay, I've got my balance scale, and now I'm going to find out the mass of my saturated solution. Here's my solution. Here's my empty cup. And now I'm going to add gram pieces. Now, I'm going to start with 50 grams. Why am I starting with 50 grams? We know that 50 milliliters of water equals 50 grams. We started with 50 milliliters of water. So I'm going to start with 50 grams. There, I think that's balanced. Now I'm going to count up the grams. Okay, the mass of my saturated solution with the mystery substance was 116 grams. So now let's do a little math and see if we can figure out what the mystery substance is. Okay, I did a little bit of math. I said the mass of the saturated solution was 116 grams. Now, I know the mass of 50 milliliters of water is 50 grams. So if I subtract the mass of the water from the saturated solution, that will tell me the mass of the solute that is dissolved in the solvent. And so the mystery substance weighed 66 grams. Now, look at your chart. Is there something on your chart that tells you that it's about 66 grams? Citric acid, and that is correct. That mystery substance is citric acid. And I circled citric acid to show that it's 67 grams and my mass was 66 grams. So those are very, very close. All right, fifth graders, this is the end of our dissolving things. So let's just do a quick little review. A solvent is a liquid that something dissolves into. A solute is the solid that dissolves. A property of some substances is the amount of solute that can become dissolved in a solvent. And that is its solubility. And you can use solubility to find out what a substance is. It's a property. Next week, we're going to start talking about chemical reactions. See you next time.